The Miami Heat will host the Indiana Pacers in their first of 3 head-to-head matchups this season. But when you think about the Indiana Pacers, right? They've already shown us they can score 157 points in a game, but against the Miami Heat, who are known for their tenacious defense, how exactly will that look? What are your thoughts on this matchup?
It seems to be, I guess, equally matched in my opinion because right now, although the Pacers are not doing too well on defense, I mean, they're ranked at the bottom in defense against the league right now. I think their offense is going to be the one that prevails the most because what I can say is that they rank high in number of points per game. They're like number one in points per game, the Pacers. And so they have offense to their advantage if they really wanted to move in that direction to win this game because I don't know if they would be able to make any stops when we're talking about the Miami Heat, especially depends on who's playing the night that they play. Because Miami Heat
Yeah.
may just have everybody sit out. I don't know what they're gonna do. So
And that's the thing. They play the Pacers twice in like 3 days, right? They play them on November 30th, and then they turn around and play them another time, December 2nd. Both games will be in Miami, but the Pacers have shown that they can take an L to teams they should have beaten, right? You talking about the Toronto Raptors. What the Pacers doing losing to them, or the
right,
Charlotte Hornets and the Detroit Pistons.
right.
Whereas Miami, they've taken a loss to the Chicago Bulls. So I think both teams, they have the potential to take their foot off the gas.
Yep.
And it's like you don't really know what you're going to get, but you are going to get the number one offense right now in the NBA, and that is held by the Indiana Pacers and Tyrese Halliburton, who's going, he going to get his 27 points and, probably 15 assists. That's just the norm for him. It's really amazing to see.
He is really great with the ball. He has he has great control in managing the ball, making sure it gets to the right person at the right time and getting his. That's a skill that not many players have. He has that skill for sure. For sure.
Absolutely. As it relates to this matchup, though, I'm looking forward to see what Bam and Miles Turner gonna do. That's if Bam plays. I know he's dealing with a bad hip right now,
Yeah, yeah,
but Miles
yeah, yeah.
Turner, Miles Turner on the boards. I mean, what can you say about that?
I don't know. I know one thing. I don't know. Will Tyler Hero be back?
See,
Because Duncan Robinson's sighting has been really nice for the Miami Heat right now. And so I was listening to a podcast regarding the Miami Heat, and they were saying that they would like to see the Duncan Robinson be a starter over Tyler Hero because Duncan
mm,
Robinson has been playing very good basketball this season so far. Good for him because what he was doing, what he put up last season was an abomination to his contract. So I'm so glad that he found his game again and that he's found a better way to get to the free throw line than he's done in any previous season. So if Duncan Robinson can continue to play this way, continue to be consistent with his play, then I think it'll be great for the Miami Heat because I don't know if Tyler Hero will be back. And, they need that on their roster considering that, Eric Spoelstra and his coaching staff don't mind sitting people out. So,
clearly, they have made a mockery of the player resting policy this early in the season. It's crazy.
oh my
All
God.
right, so look, I wonder what version of Jimmy Butler we'll get. There's a playoff Jimmy. There's really two distinct versions. There's playoff Jimmy and there's regular season Jimmy. And then there's probably a version where he's just kind of like not into the game at all. Which version will show up in this game if he shows up at all?
You know what? It's probably now it's no longer playoff Jimmy. It's playoff in season tournament Jimmy. That's
Okay.
because he with the in season tournament game, he's all here for it. I just don't know. And see, that's the thing about Jimmy Butler that as a fan of his and as a fan of basketball, I dislike. I just don't know who he's going to show up to be. And he lacks consistency when it comes to is he playing is even if he's on the floor, is he really playing tonight or he's just there
Right.
just because he don't want to get fined or whatever? I don't know. It's
Yeah.
so weird because playoff Jimmy Butler is consistent and phenomenal to watch. Regular season Jimmy Butler is a hit and miss for me. So I don't know. I don't know what to expect. I don't know what to expect.
Hmm.
I just know that we may not see a Kyle Lowry sighting for the next few games. He gave one a couple of nights ago. I forget what team they were playing up against where he put up like over 20 points or something like that. And I don't know if we'll see that again for this matchup with the Pacers because it may be too close to his sighting a couple of weeks ago. a couple of games ago. Mhm.
Yeah, because he's a little longer in the tooth, and,
Yes,
Tyrese Halliburton, I mean, it's hard to slow him down even for the young guard, so can you imagine Kyle
exactly.
Lowry? Nah, not happening. However, I have noticed that Bam Adebayo is in mid-season form already.
Yeah, he looked good.
Yeah, he averaged a double-double. Bam gonna give you effort,
He looks
unlike
great.
Jimmy, every night that Bam is out there, he's going to give you max effort, win or loss. That's
Yeah,
who he
I
is.
agree. I like the fact that Bam is going to always be present on defense. He's going to always be present on defense, and so I think that's one of the benefits that the Miami Heat uh, uses to their advantage is when Bam is in his bag with defense. But yeah, he's playing really, really great. I mean, he has to be in some type of discussions for
Yeah.
all defensive player or for a defensive player of the year. All star stuff. He has to be in those discussions right now based on how he's playing. Yes, for
Yeah,
sure.
yeah. One of the challenges I have for the Miami Heat, since they're facing so many injuries right now, foul trouble will be crucial.
Hmm.
And they cannot afford for anyone to get into foul trouble because, really, when you think about it, the Pacers, they have defensive limitations. I mean, like I said, they scored 157 points to win the game. I believe it was against the Hawks, but they also gave up 152. Like, what?
The Pacers are not really good on defense right now, and if they don't fix this defense piece, they're gonna struggle as the end of the season um, comes to a close, and if they even make it to the playoffs. So yeah, defenses they're gonna have
Uh-huh.
to really improve that, and I think that the Miami Heat can be pretty good on defense if when I'm talking about going up against the Indiana Pacers. So
Yes,
yeah,
absolutely. Okay. So I'm wondering what the outcome will be in this game. Who do you have coming out victorious?
see, this is the problem, right? Who playing on the Heat's team? Who gonna be
See?
available that night? Because that's really
Mhm.
what's gonna boil down to. I have the Heat winning,
Oh.
but again, that's gonna be contingent. It's contingent on who's playing, and which version of Jimmy Butler are we gonna have, and will Bam be back? I don't know, but I think that he can disrupt the Pacers in their first matchup, but I believe the Pacers will win the second. I think the series or they're not back to back, but these two games in a row is going to be split between the two.
Oh, okay, okay. I
Mhm.
have the Pacers winning this game based on their number one offense. They take care of the basketball. There will be no turnovers in this game. And because the Heat are facing injuries that are either
Mhm.
lingering or players are going to be out, I'm
Yeah,
taking Indiana on this
that
matchup.
makes sense. At least we know their players will be available.